His name's Grease, and my name's Lightning, and this is the Kickin Ash podcast. Every time. You can't not do that.
I can't. It's catchy.
We're back, dude.
We're back.
We're back.
After a long break.
Long break of 1 week.
It's been well, technically, it's been 2 weeks since they've seen us.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks for a podcast, but
and we know you all have missed us.
Absolutely, they have.
I know so because nobody's asked me where we were.
Feels good. Feels good.
Feels good.
It was totally my fault. I was away on
It's true.
a little mini vacation. So, but I'm back now.
Yep.
I'm excited to be back. I'm really excited.
Glad to have you back, buddy. We've missed you.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
last week's episode
Like you
was
said,
atrocious without you. So much so that I just scrapped the whole thing.
I like that you did admit to somebody that if you did it by yourself, it would look like shit. So,
well, let's be real here.
I appreciated
You're the sound engineer guy.
Yeah.
And the lighting.
He's the brains. I'm the technical. I'm the pyrotechnics.
Yep.
All right. So, Thanksgiving, dude.
Thanksgiving episode.
Couple days. This is Monday.
Days.
Yeah. So 3 days from now, we're having Thanksgiving. So this is our Turkey Day edition episode.
Yep.
And
It's the only time you can shove your hand up a bird's ass and not get yelled at for it.
True that. True that.
I know.
I'm looking forward to this. We've talked about it a little bit before, but Thanksgiving and Christmas, 1A, 1B for me.
Yes.
Thanksgiving slightly edges it out for me. Just activate your phone right in the middle. I'm just kidding.
Well, Siri picked up you talking about Thanksgiving, so she felt the need to
Siri
chime
was
in.
excited about
Typical
Thanksgiving.
woman felt the need to chime in.
So anyway, yeah. Thanksgiving is super exciting for me. Because she just turn your shit off, dude.
We'll flip her over.
I just can't say Thanksgiving.
It doesn't even. You don't have to say Siri.
Yeah.
It's either Siri or it'll also respond after Thanksgiving. Apparently,
That's weird. That's really creepy. Anyway, Thanksgiving is an awesome time of year. I'm particularly a fan of turkey.
Yes,
and so
correct.
For me, sometimes we have turkey on Christmas, but not always. But we always have turkey on Thanksgiving. So I give it the slight edge for me in holidays. Plus, I just like that everybody gets together and kind of, there's not like an event surrounding like gift giving or anything. Like, not that I don't enjoy that part of Christmas, but
yeah,
I just like getting together and not really having any of that. Just being able to hang around a table and just, talk with friends and family and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean, for sure. It's I love turkey so much, and our whole town does, that our high school mascot was a turkey.
The Gobblers.
We are the Gobblers.
Yep.
And we
actually named after Joey's ex-girlfriend.
Well, she had to gobble, baby.
No. Okay. So and
it'd be gnawing if it's
anyway.
So what are we smoking tonight, buddy?
What better cigars to feature for our Thanksgiving episode than Roma Craft cigars?
And then two cigars that have nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but
nothing at all. But they are great cigars.
They are. What are you smoking, buddy?
I am smoking. We just talked about how I was going to butcher the name of this. I'm going to say it's called the Aquitaine. Because it's got that I in there.
I just told you it was Aquitaine.
Well, I don't care.
I'm just joking. I totally told you it was Aquitaine.
So, yes, Aquitaine by Roma Craft. This is the, I believe, the Grand Corona.
Si, señorita.
And it is a Ecuador Habano wrapper. With origin being Nicaraguan. And, yeah, I'm very excited to try this cigar. It's super beautiful. Has like sort of a kind of hay, chocolate, and a little bit of fruitiness actually off the scent of it. So
yeah, I got the same. I am smoking the new Baca sent to me by my friend Paulie. Paulie, return fire coming at you. I couldn't find. This is the pygmy size, so this is probably like a 4. I would say probably about like 48. I didn't look up the size honestly, but I say it's probably about 48. This does have a Cameroon wrapper. That's pretty much the only thing that I could find out of it. One site said that the filler and binder was undisclosed. Another site said it was proprietary. So I'm assuming Skip has his own deal with that. So
Cool.
whatever. But the Baca, I'm very excited to try it. So Skip's never let me down. I've been able to try not as many Romas as I would like, but a decent amount, and they never let me down. So I'm very excited to try this. Anything new, I enjoy trying. So
Awesome.
and I'm going to cut it with my Zycar XO.
That's branding right there.
Yeah.
Product placement.
It's true.
So yeah, Cameroon wrapper. Do you typically find yourself enjoying Cameroon wrappers or?
I mean, it's it's not like the first thing I ever, it's not like I ever go after a Cameroon wrapped cigar. But I've enjoyed most of the Cameroons that I have. I think one of the more popular and well-known Cameroons is the Nub Cameroon, and I really like that cigar. So I'm pretty excited about this. This is the first and currently only Cameroon cigar by Roma. Fucking crazy perfect draw. And you guys seriously can't even see that. Let's see if I can even reach it. Can you see just how little I cut off of that? And it's got an amazing draw, man.
Nice.
I always hate when people flat top it and then they're like, yeah, well, open draw. This puts a huge hole in your theory.
Yeah.
As to why you just do not know how to cut a cigar.
This has right on the cold draw on this, it just has a super milk chocolate
dude.
taste to it.
Yeah, same with this. I was just about to say. This is like a milk chocolate.
I gotta say, the construction on Romas, I don't have a ton of experience with them, but just the look, the construction, the band, everything is it's fantastic. The construction of the cigar. Shout out to the Casa de Monte Cristo in Mooresville. I got this from there. If you guys, anybody's in Charlotte or the Mooresville area, you guys got to check out the Casa de Monte Cristo there. It's so freaking sweet. I went there this past weekend, and actually it was the week before, I guess now, but it was such a good time. Had great beers on tap, every cigar you could ever imagine, pretty much, and all the people there were pretty cool. So definitely
Casa
check
de
that
Monte
out.
Cristo has been very beloved by both of us since we went to the one in DC. So DC was amazing, but I wasn't there for this. But Logan sent me pictures, and that one was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, we plan on taking a trip and going.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the one in Mooresville, as far as just overall atmosphere and humidor, definitely edged out DC. But the DC one, the guys who work there were in the hospitality. We were shown at the DC one.
Yeah.
Not that it was bad at the one in Mooresville, but the one in DC just couldn't be matched. The guys there were so cool, and they were just so welcoming and let us try some different rums and whiskeys and scotches and stuff like that, and just were really awesome guys to talk to. So shout out to those guys too in DC at the Casa de Monte Cristo. So while you're getting that torched up, what we're going to talk about tonight is obviously we're going to talk about a little bit of Thanksgiving topics because it is Thanksgiving coming up.
Yep.
So we're going to do a little game we're going to call In and Out, and that's going to be where we talk about the most hated Thanksgiving dishes of all time and whether or not those should be in or out on your Thanksgiving dinner table. Then, of course, we're going to talk some cigar news. And then finally, we're going to talk about the best Thanksgiving dish to pair with a cigar. So,
a cigar or this particular cigar?
What do you think? This particular? I say this particular since we got it in front of us.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about both. We'll probably have a general discussion about it. So, again, we just kind of we started a new format with this where we just kind of wing it because we like it better. Not that we don't have a little bit of structure to it, but we definitely don't prepare as much ahead of time because we feel like then we talk about it all week and we just end up being stale by the time we get to the episode.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
All right. So without further ado, our first segment, I'm gonna light up my cigar. The most hated Thanksgiving dishes of all time.
Anything my aunt would make is the most hated dish of all time.
Let's hope she's not watching right now.
If she's dead now. I said would make.
Well, now then definitely if she made it now, that'd be.
No, it probably tastes better. Have a little life into it,
I grew up loving Thanksgiving because my grandma is a good cook.
Yeah.
But the one thing that did kind of I realized when I got older is that my family was very seasoning adverse, and so now I found the ways of seasoning in my life. And so now, like, when I eat, I have to, like, now I go back and kind of eat my family's home cooking, and it's just not the same to me because
Yeah, I've been there.
they're not as seasoned. Good Lord, that thing just lit up like the 4th of July.
I feel like you just have a constant struggle with this lighter.
I love this lighter. I don't really have a struggle, I just filled it up, and I got it kind of cranked right now, so.
Yeah.
Look at that. You see that?
Yeah. There you
probably
go.
overfilled it.
So look, right off the bat, man, this is this is a little bit spicy. It's got a little bit of like a red pepper zing to it.
Mm-hmm.
Milk chocolate. I'm there's a sweetness. It's like I would say raisin right now, so it's not super sweet, but like you can detect sweetness. So far, very, very good. So right off the bat, I'm digging the Baca so far.
This is pretty mild right off the bat. I'm not really getting too much pepper. Kind of just like a deep tobacco flavor, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a hint of that milk chocolate coming through, but
Yeah.
not very strong. Right now, it's just overall like kind of a deep tobacco taste. So
Right.
let's see how that get to it. I think this definitely from what I read is a pretty full-bodied cigar though. So but we'll see if that's truly the case. I could be wrong or mistaken, but all right, so the most hated Thanksgiving dishes of all time, in or out? Let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with number 1. I haven't even read these yet. Have you read these?
No.
Okay.
But I just saw it. I have no idea what this even is.
So number 1 is Jello salad.
What is Jello salad?
You never had Jello salad?
No. I've had Watergate salad. Is that
Watergate salad? What's that?
what? You ever had that? It's like Cool Whip and like marshmallows are in it, pistachios. You never had that? Like the green fluffy has pineapple in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what that was called.
Oh, it probably isn't, but I mean that's what I grew up knowing it as. But Watergate salad, man, that is bomb. I go for that every time.
Yeah, I could get down with that.
That's what I pair with. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, Jello salad, like they're really just kind of showing it as Jello essentially, which I don't hate, but I've never really had.
Well, I can tell you, I'm not going to go for anything gelatinous at the table unless it's cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah. So
What is it?
I've seen this before. I think I've had this at like these like Jello. It's like a Jello mold.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
I'll pass on that.
That's out for you?
That's an out for me.
Yeah, that's. Oh, dude, look at this.
Especially because they make them look like bundt cakes. Yeah, that looks like garbage. I've seen those.
Yeah.
That's like a fruit cake, except it's a Jello salad fruit cake. It's even worse.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me, man. I guess I think I might have had it once or twice before in my life and probably didn't hate it, but not a traditional. When I think of Thanksgiving, I don't think of Jello salad.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a hard out, I think.
Hard out. Jello salad, out.
Out. All right, this next one, very specific, canned cranberry sauce.
So homemade cranberry sauce is out.
Yeah, we're just talking about the canned.
Right. So
have you ever had like the?
Yeah, I have. Where
the
it's
slice,
just like the can.
So I will tell you that my sister, one of my sisters, is like I just went out and bought canned cranberry sauce just for her because it's like her thing that she loves every year, but she doesn't want homemade.
Yeah.
She wants it out of the can, like a slice.
Well,
like, looks like a fucking meat or something.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I think that the canned cranberry sauce, like, still kind of tastes like jelly or something, you know? So,
yeah.
I mean, it's tough because it's like, I don't know if we're talking about just canned cranberry sauce and that's all we could have at the dinner table, I would take it. I would say it's in.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot do it without cranberry sauce of any kind. And if you can't make it, I always homemade mine. But Then I would get a can, and I wouldn't be ashamed of it. You mash it up,
Mhm.
just fucking ends up looking the same.
Yeah, I'm surprised this is on the most unpopular list. I felt like or even just,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess the
that's a
canned,
staple to me. I feel
the
like.
canned specific part of it, I guess, is what makes it unpopular. But yeah, I'm gonna agree with you again on this one in that cranberry sauce in general, even if all you can have is canned, you at least gotta have that.
Yep.
Again, like I said, my sister loves it, so I can't disclude her.
Canned
you know.
cranberry sauce.
In boiled Brussels sprouts or boiled anything. In parentheses is what this says.
Well, I mean, can you caramelize them with brown sugar?
No, they're just. I think they're just.
Nah. not doing that.
Yeah.
Unless my Brussels sprouts are like crunchy and like brown sugar and
Right.
sweet and salty. Nah, just don't taste like anything to me.
All right. So you're saying it's out.
Yes.
For me, Brussels sprouts are in. I don't care. I understand that I'd rather have them candied. I'd rather have them, whatever. But even if you have to boil them, I freaking love Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts too, but I don't know about boiling them.
I mean, look, definitely boiled anything else is probably out. Like, well, I'm gonna have a boiled hot dog at Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
boil the turkey,
cranberry sauce, and your Jello salad.
But I'm going Brussels sprouts in, man. Brussels sprouts are in for me. I think that's a necessity.
You know what we should have done?
Of some sort.
We should have got one of those canned whole chickens. just ate that on the podcast like LA Beast.
No, thank you. I'll pass on that.
Have you seen that? That shit comes out looking like cranberry sauce. You just gotta scrape all the shit off to get to the chicken.
What about canned hamburgers? We could
Yeah, they have canned hamburgers. Yeah.
Grody, dude.
Next one.
Green bean casserole.
In all day long.
Really?
Green bean casserole
dude.
is the shit, dude. It's so good. Look, and you put so I do mine a little bit different. So first of all, I don't use canned green beans. A lot of people use canned green beans and it just makes it super watery and soupy. Like I like it kind of like that, but I like the consistency to be more like a gravy.
Yeah.
And then like I use fresh green beans, and instead of the fried onions you put on top, I always do jalapeno. Fried jalapeno.
Okay.
And that is just so fire. So good.
Okay.
Green bean casserole, in 100% for me.
You're convincing me with the gravy consistency and the jalapeno on top. But I can already tell you that I couldn't serve that at my Thanksgiving with my family because, like I said before, they're seasoning adverse. They definitely ain't eating no fried jalapenos on top. That being said, traditional green bean casserole for me is out. It's fucking out. I don't like it. No. It's not very good to me. And
you've never had mine.
Maybe I'll just make you some. If I'm saying you could probably talk me into it with yours.
Okay.
For my table, with what I could serve to my family, it's gonna have to be the old school, bland, fucking watery canned green bean casserole.
Yeah, but I mean, you put enough fucking crunchy French's onions on it.
I mean, yeah, anything tastes good. I'll probably eat a turd if you can't coat it in those things, man. But yeah. So for me, green bean casserole is out for sure. I more so like enjoy, like I'm doing this year, the country style green beans where you just put some bacon, onions, green beans in a pot, season them up, salt, pepper, put a little Old Bay on them.
Yeah.
And just make those like, tons of butter in them.
I actually do mine differently. I'll boil them and whatever, and then I'll put them into a skillet with butter. And then I juice, like, well, depending on how many green beans I make, but I just juice oranges in it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic. Like, I'll just throw fresh garlic in there. I don't use garlic powder.
Always fresh garlic. I throw fresh garlic in everything.
Yeah, fresh garlic, salt, pepper, and then just squeeze a bunch of oranges in it. And they're so good. They taste like Chinese green beans, like the green beans you get at the Chinese
like the
restaurants.
Szechuan green beans.
Yeah,
I love those,
and they're
man.
so good, man.
That sounds pretty bomb. I've been on a diet, and this is tough for me to be talking about right now, but I'm totally breaking it Thursday. So
just go off it like I did.
All right. So next on the list, oyster stuffing.
So I have something to say about that.
What's that?
I've never had oyster stuffing, but I love oysters and I love stuffing. So if I'm assuming correctly, it's just the mashup between the two.
Yeah.
But I like smoked or raw oysters. I would probably eat it. I've never had it, so I can't say in or out,
Right.
honestly. But I feel like I would probably eat it. So I feel like then I'm obligated to say in.
Sure.
But I mean, if you like oysters and you like stuff, and I feel like you probably would like that.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Seafood at the Thanksgiving table would be kind of weird for me. Not I love seafood,
Oh, dude, we
but
do shrimp every year too.
do you?
Yeah,
I mean,
shrimp.
I could dig it. I wouldn't hate it.
Have you ever seen the turkey with the octopus up the cavity of its ass?
No,
You've never seen that?
no. But first of all, look at this burn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mine's shit, but that's because I think the AC for some reason always just blows
It
directly.
just blows
on me.
right on you.
Yeah.
We got to keep the AC running in here, or else it'd be like thick fog.
Yep.
Yeah. So oyster stuffing, that's a little hard to comment on because I've never had it either. I will say this: my absolute favorite Thanksgiving side dish. The turkey is my favorite part of Thanksgiving,
Yes.
but the side dish for me is my mother's spicy sausage stuffing.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, it's so to me, like, the oyster stuffing might be good, but just it's never gonna compete with uh my mother's sausage stuffing. And I finally got her to come around to putting some of the Johnsonville like hot spicy sausage in it, and it's freaking amazing. So um yeah, so let's you want to just call that that's awful. Turn it up, see if they can see that, because I don't even want to find that and put it up, but maybe they can. Maybe they,
This
ew,
is like-
dude, fuck that. That's,
Octopus.
could you imagine if I just threw that on the fucking table with my family? They'd just be like,
I mean, I
"What
feel
in
like
the-"
that's probably a joke, but
Yeah.
you know, I mean, but
All right. So next for me, next for both of us, but for me, I can already tell you is definitively an out, which is corn pudding.
nope. In all
Out.
day. You've never had my wife's corn pudding.
Well,
Look,
no, I haven't.
I will say a lot of bad things about my wife.
He will. I've seen him do it.
My-
Leon, if
but-
you're watching this, I love you.
Nah, she won't watch this. But, so whatever that is, that looks like just corn just tossed into a cast iron skillet. That doesn't
Yeah.
even look like corn pudding. My wife's corn pudding, you have to try it.
Yeah.
I'll have her make some seriously for our Christmas party that we're gonna do.
Okay.
And then
I can dig
you
it.
have to try it because it's good. It's like sweet.
Yeah.
Like you put a little bit of honey over it, dude. It's so good. It's
Okay.
like cornbread. She uses cornbread too,
Right.
and then she uses like corn and sour cream and stuff, and just combines it, and it's so good.
Okay.
So,
See, it's just one of those dishes that's always for me. I could do
and I'm
without.
not a corn guy.
Yeah.
Keep it in mind.
Okay. I respect it. I mean, I'm always willing to try anything. I've tried plenty of corn puddings. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. I'm a real simple side guy. I like my mac and cheese, my mashed potatoes, my turkey, my gravy. You know, a
I
little
can
bit
dig
of
that.
stuffing.
I can dig that.
You know, I'm just.
It's 2019.
You
You
get
gotta
into these
modernize your
casseroles, and I
recipes.
start getting.
Yeah, but that's not a casserole. It's a pudding.
Well, it's a pudding. Tapioca.
Yeah,
What
I'm
is
just
it made
gonna.
with pudding? Or what is it? What makes the
No, I
pudding?
just-
What are the
I don't
ingredients
know.
of
Fuck
corn
if I
pudding?
know.
I've never made it, so I don't even know what's
Well, I
in
mean,
it.
I don't even technically know if my wife makes it the right way, but she gets cornbread
She
mix.
just takes actual pudding and throws corn in it.
Yeah, there, mashes it up. Yeah,
That might be how you make it. I have no idea.
yeah. She uses fresh corn and then cornbread mix, sour cream,
Oh, nice. Okay.
milk.
I'm
all
literally,
that
for
good
some reason, I'm
stuff.
just imagining your wife getting a bunch of those like vanilla snack packs, and just
Yeah, no, yeah.
stuffing them with corn.
I got the image you were painting there.
All right. Next one. Sweet potato casserole with marshmallows.
Oh yeah,
That's in.
that's
That's in.
100%.
That's one I can get
And
behind.
if it does have marshmallows on it, it just gets held out.
Yeah, right.
I've had people actually
Didn't put
bring
the
that.
marshmallow on it because
I've had people bring sweet potato pie over. Like you at least have to have like some marshmallows so you can put on your
Oh,
own
yeah.
and scorch it because it just adds to it.
yeah, sweet potatoes are just a very underrated. Like you don't. It's almost like the forgotten side.
Yes,
A little
yeah.
bit.
I agree.
Yeah,
I would
like,
almost rather have sweet potato fries than I would regular
Oh,
fries.
dude, I tell you what. No one else is gonna understand this, but I gotta tell you right now. I had sweet potato fries at Rocktown Kitchen.
Rocktown Kitchen is the best.
Oh,
I get it every time I go there
my
with my Sam.
God,
So
they
good.
might be one of the best things I've ever eaten. Period.
Yep.
So good.
Rocktown, Christos knows how to
Oh
make.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys, the sweet potato fries are unreal there. So, but yeah, so sweet potato casserole, that's a hard in. Next side, in or out, pecan
I
pie.
cannot believe that is actually a hated dish.
Yeah, me too.
I can't believe some of these are hated dishes. Pecan pie? Dude, I make a pecan pie every year for
Do you?
Christmas. Yeah. I throw a little chocolate in mine, a little bourbon. Comes out so
Wonderful.
good.
Yeah, no
So
problems
good.
with pecan pie.
Pecan pie is almost right up there next to turkey. Like it's turkey, pecan pie.
Mm-hmm. It's the comment it has here is not only do most people prefer pumpkin or apple pie, but at 500 calories per slice, pecan pie is okay.
Look,
First of all,
that's Thanksgiving.
Nobody's counting calories on Thanksgiving. If you are, fuck you.
Right. Yeah.
Don't come to my table. Like, please don't.
Please don't.
And that's coming from someone who is hardcore trying to diet right now, and there's no way in hell I am dieting on Thanksgiving.
Nope.
So yeah, pecan pie. Now, just real quick, it's not my favorite pie. My favorite pie is cherry pie. I have yet to really find anyone else who can wholeheartedly agree with me on that.
Not my favorite, but I do love a good cherry pie.
I freaking love cherry pie. That's like probably my favorite dessert ever.
You know the rock salt, like the rock sugar you can put on the crust?
Oh, yeah.
So my grandma used to make a cherry rhubarb pie. Have you ever had rhubarb?
Mm-hmm.
Sour, or tart.
Yeah, yeah.
And she would mix all that together. So not only was it like cherries, but it was like tart cherries.
Oh my god.
But she would take some of the rock sugar and just sprinkle like a little thin layer on top, and then do the crust with the rock sugar.
Jesus,
dude, it was so good. So good.
I have to have that.
Yeah, she brought me a key lime pie the other day.
Well, can she bring you a cherry rhubarb pie?
Probably,
because I need that in my life.
Probably. But I mean, look, I agree. So I mean, I tell you, every year I make at least 3 pies on Christmas. Christmas is my big thing. I do the turkey, I do pie, a lot of sides, and I always do like 2 or 3 pies. And there's always 2 pies that make my list every year. Pecan pie is always one of them that makes it. And me and my dad both will eat. We'll just cut it in half and just
there you go.
Just divvy it up between the 2 of us. And then I always make a cranberry apple pie.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, which is basically I make my cranberry sauce, just boil everything down and put oranges and sugar in it and just mash it all up, whatnot, to get that consistency. Sure. And I just do a layer of that, apples, and then just pour the rest on top of it.
Oh man,
and it's so good.
That sounds money. I could definitely get down with that. So pecan pie's in. Pie in general, it's just in. Yeah. Pies are.
You bring a chocolate French silk mousse horse shit pie, we're fucking eating it.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Just the shape of a pie.
Just make a meat pie.
A shape.
Pie.
The shape of a pie, and it comes down to pizza and everything.
Oh my god,
just makes me horny.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So this one should never have made the most hated list because it's not macaroni and cheese. Can we just go ahead and say that's in? I will admit, when I was a child, for some reason I hated macaroni and cheese. I was very picky. But I'd also only ever been fed Kraft mac and cheese, which
that's not.
It's not very good. Yeah. Like I don't know if you ever had it.
It's like an MRE meal.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. So that's probably why. But the second I ever tried homemade mac and cheese, I mean, it was over. The best to me though is when they do like a Ritz cracker,
crumble.
Like a Ritz cracker on top or something, and let it bake and get it crispy.
You know what's good to do with the mac and cheese?
What's that?
Something else my grandma does is she'll go and she'll get like the to-go biscuits from Red Lobster, the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh my god, dude!
And she'll just take them and just crumble them up and just get a crumble, and she'll put that on her mac and cheese and just let it bake.
What a saint!
Bless
that woman.
If
I would
marry
biscuits,
my grandma.
Those biscuits are fucking unreal, man.
Yeah, but you mix it, and I'm talking my grandma.
Yeah,
she has the creamy. Like it's not like you dip it out and it's just.
Oh yeah.
You know how like when you dip some people's mac and cheese, it looks like a cheese, cake,
like the roux, like she like.
Yes.
Oh, that's the way to go.
That,
dude. That's the way to go.
Dude.
Yeah, that's how I make it too. I do like. I like Gouda in my mac and cheese because it gives it like smokiness. Yeah. I put some white sharp cheddar to offset the smoky, like kind of creamy Gouda.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I make like, an actual cheese sauce with it. Layer that in. Then I throw the crackers and like cheddar cheese, like shredded on top.
You should crumble up some blue cheese in yours too. That's really good.
That would be fire.
That adds a good
some
little
feta, even maybe something like that.
Buzz to it. We're really fat.
Look, we're probably just gonna run over on this episode because
it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
extravaganza,
baby. We're going a little gluttonous on this. Real quick story. You just mentioned the Cheddar Bay biscuits. One time, me and my cousin, we were both little fat kids. He's like a year younger than me, so he must have been like 10. But we were both like just little 10-year-old fat kids. Mm-hmm. And we went to Red Lobster and we almost gave my grandmother a straight conniption with how many biscuits we ate.
And the biscuits are better than the seafood.
Oh, they're so good. And like, they'll just keep bringing them to you if you just keep eating them. It's unlimited. Dude, we must have hammered back 10 each. And she was wigging out, dude. She thought we were gonna die, because she's old and she just thinks like you could die from something like that, which you probably could, I guess, if you ate enough. But, and then like we got like some to go, and then I'll never forget, like an hour after like we got home, my cousin was like in the pantry like eating more biscuits, dude. My grandmother shit a brick, dude. She was like flipping out. She's like, y'all are eating too many biscuits, dude. We still to this day, dude. We give her so much shit over too many biscuits.
Those biscuits are fire, man.
They are, dude.
Those are the best. And I don't care what anybody says. The Olive Garden breadsticks are fucking good, too.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And they're both owned by the same company.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Next item.
Ambrosia salad.
Ambrosia salad. I think this is was this kind of what you were talking about?
No.
It's like a fruit salad.
No, I'm talking about, you have to look up Watergate salad. You could Google a picture and you'll know what I'm talking about. But that looks pretty good. But I mean, it looks, I don't know. It's out.
First
for
of
me.
all,
Too many fruits.
It's all canned fruits too, which are typically like way too sweet.
Is a nut a fruit? Because if so, pecan pie is going to take over place of this too. Let's make another pecan
First of all,
pie.
I don't really care for kiwi that much.
Kiwi's amazing.
It's all right to me. I don't love it. I mean, the little oranges are good. I guess that's pear, which is my favorite.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's my favorite fruit, but the canned pear is kind of gross. I don't really like canned pear.
Yeah, I don't either.
Dude, okay, next item. This is ridiculous.
Who
made this fucking list?
If turkey's on here, I swear to God, I'm gonna flip shit.
Dinner rolls? Dinner rolls.
No.
I mean, I think just based on our conversation about our love for the Cheddar Bay biscuits, dinner rolls are in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't. I mean, that's like damn near as important as the turkey, man. If I don't have no bread to like.
I feel like a Thanksgiving dinner is turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing,
rolls,
cranberry.
Yeah, like those have to be.
Those are the staples.
If I don't have those things, I'm not having Thanksgiving.
Like mac and cheese is in for us, but I feel like mac and cheese is still one of the things like
right.
It's not
and like yeah, like I'm okay if you have like even if you don't have necessarily rolls, but you have like dinner bread. You know what I mean? Like that's even okay. Like I'll probably end up doing something like that this year. But just to not have anything like that, that's just foul. Don't invite me to your Thanksgiving if you don't have rolls. Like what are you gonna serve instead? Like
another pecan pie.
I got some gluten-free.
We have 3 pecan pies.
Gluten-free English muffins here.
Did you see that horse shit? Somebody made a vegetarian turkey Thanksgiving dinner, but instead of turkey, they did cabbage. And I'm like, I just don't fucking ever. You ash on camera
every time, dude. Every
what an
time.
asshole.
Kickin Ash, boy.
Yeah. So fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Don't serve me cabbage.
Yeah. No cabbage. Gross.
Creamed pearl
onions.
I don't even know what that
in or out. That's out. I don't know what it is. That shit's out.
That just
comment below if you know what the hell creamed pearl onions are. This one also next in or out salad. That's out.
Yeah, I mean I like a good salad, but not on Thanksgiving. That's not happening.
Yeah, me too, man. A dinner salad. If I'm making a nice steak dinner, I like to start it off with
the stuffing has enough vegetables in it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need freaking a salad. Turkey? Why is turkey on here? Okay, they just put every. I mean, this kind of worked out. It's in or out. They
Wait,
gave us
did we read this right? Is this all the hated dishes?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. The most hated Thanksgiving dishes. I mean, I guess some people just hate turkey. Like maybe they like ham. You know?
Christmas, okay. We do both every one, but
yeah, I can't.
Turkey, Thanksgiving is nothing without turkey. If you don't have a turkey, Thanksgiving means literally nothing.
Sweep that off. Sorry, guys. I'm just,
What's the comment there?
No one is asking you to skip the traditional turkey on Thanksgiving Day. In fact, you'll still find many Americans who love it. I would say a majority of them do, but they're acting like it's going out of style or something.
This has to be the only time of year people actually go to the store and they pick up a 20-pound turkey to make.
I guess it says when people are polled about their least favorite Thanksgiving dishes, many of them do admit that they skip the turkey and stick to the side dishes. I mean, I've heard people say, yes, I've heard the sentiment like, they really go for the sides. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like you know, people say, like, some people say, like, oh, I go to Popeyes for the sides, or you know what I mean? Like, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I kind of get that, but just to not like, I mean, if look, you can, I've had some bad Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh yeah.
If you ain't cooking it right, you can really ruin it, because you can either make it dry, or actually, what's even worse to me, I've had like an almost like underdone turkey.
Yes. Oh, I have too.
Ugh.
Cut into it and that shit's
Dude,
still pink.
yeah, and it's like way too juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. I'd rather have a dry turkey any day.
I feel like turkey, dude. I would rather have the turkey and no stuffing, or like no any side. Honestly, if we're saying turkey versus sides, fuck all the sides. I'm doing the turkey, because I can eat on turkey for a week.
Dude, one of my favorite things about Thanksgiving is the leftover turkey sandwiches I make. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
mayonnaise,
I need
bread, and butter, pickles.
I need the sides, because I just pile all that shit on a loaf of bread.
Yep.
And go with it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Turkey is a in. If you don't have turkey at your table, don't invite me. Don't invite him.
No. We should just mash up a bunch of Red Lobster biscuits and make one big loaf of bread and make that.
Make the bread for the turkey sandwich?
Yes.
Dude, or you can make stuffing out of the cheddar bay biscuits. Oh, that'd be kind of money.
You're onto something.
That'd be the breadcrumbs, and then you could use White Castle burgers for the.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So yeah, that's it, man.
That's it.
That's our in and out. That was the last one. Turkey. If you don't like turkey, we don't like you. No, I'm just kidding. But
nah, I'm not.
We just feel a little bit less about you. So
true.
Why don't you update them on your cigar, man? Let them know how it's smoking.
Well, the Baca's good. As usual. Eventually, I want to just stop saying this because everybody will understand. But because of the AC kind of hitting on us, and then just the amount that we talk, it did go out on me. So if you ever really, if I have an issue with a cigar actually going out, I'll be sure to let you know. But don't see my relights as the cigar has bad construction, because it doesn't. This has killer construction. I mean, super tight ash. Cocoa's still there. The pepperzine kind of died off. It's a little spicy still, but not as spicy. Raisin, kind of like a graham crackery texture to it, like maybe like a sugar cookie or something, but super good. I mean, it's a fairly sweet cigar, and burning good, draws still perfect. So digging it so far.
I don't think we talked about what are you pairing that with tonight as well.
Well, as per usual, I always have a cream soda setting aside.
Stay with a cream soda.
Drinking a little bit of Clyde Mays. I had a post about that the other day, some Clyde Mays, and got a little bit here. That's actually really, really good.
Yeah, I really like it.
Really fire.
Picked that up at the ABC store 2 weeks ago. Really was just drawn to the way it looked, and it was a rye whiskey.
It is a pretty bottle,
which I'm a pretty big fan of rye whiskey. So show it up there for him. Show him up close what that's looking like. It's really good. Very just smooth. A very sippable,
super smooth,
whiskey. Tastes great, neat. Doesn't need really anything.
No, I agree.
But I did mix a little bit of it with ginger ale last week.
Ooh,
and it was really good with ginger ale too. Just a splash of ginger ale in it. I'm drinking a grapefruit sparkling water from Kirkland, which is surprisingly really good.
We were both doing the keto. Well, Logan does the keto off and on, but I was doing it with him. Lost 10 pounds. And then I had this epiphany that I can't really drink eggnog or eat my grandmother's pie. That sounded really fucking wrong.
Dude. I was just like, he's going for it. He's going for it.
But so, my bad, Betty. I'm gonna pick that noise
Smack
up.
our table.
So I just decided while I was doing good, it was actually hard for me to cut the diet out, which is the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
But after the holidays, I wait almost 400 days a year, so I can drink fucking eggnog. It's hard for me to just give it up.
400 days a year.
Cold turkey. So, well, I mean, 365 days, dude, from Christmas to Christmas. You can't buy shit in dead.
I wait almost 800 days a year.
You know, either way. So I'm actually off the keto diet, but the sparkling waters. Look, don't give people shit for drinking the sparkling waters because
actually really good.
they're really good, and a lot of these pair well with a cigar because the water keeps your
yeah.
palate clean, but it still gives you a little bit of flavor. So I actually suggest some people try some sparkling waters
Yeah.
with your cigar, and it's carbonated. You get the good carbonated ones. It's like gives you that mouthfeel of like a cream soda or like a root beer does. Super good.
Yeah, I think you just pretty much took what I was going to say right out of my mouth, in the sense that, like you said,
It's gonna be the
real
first
clean.
time I took something out of your mouth.
That's what he said. It's a real clean taste, and it's just a hint of flavor, and then it kind of dies off, so you can still get good flavors from your cigar. So
Yeah.
I'm getting some still some really like rich deep tobacco off this. A little bit of chocolate, almost again like a milk chocolate, but it's really by the retrohale it's kind of gone.
Yeah.
Not very spicy or peppery at all. It's still kind of just like I said, just very rich.
You think more medium body for you right now? At least at this
medium
point?
to full.
Yeah.
Medium to full. It's got a little bit of full body. It's kind of a thick smoke. And it is kind of like a chewy smoke too, just a little bit.
It's been a couple years since I had that, but
yeah,
I too don't think that I found it as full body as a lot of other people. It wasn't a powerhouse. It was kind of medium full to me.
Yeah.
But super good flavors.
It is. It's to me, I'm almost getting like, even though I say there's like a chocolate to it, like it's not very sweet. Yeah, I don't really get any sweetness to it.
Yeah.
It's just more of like a rich.
Yeah, this is different. I mean, the dry fruit that I'm picking up, like I said, it was like a raisin, but I don't know. It's maybe a little bit more tart. I'm not good with a lot of like, I mean, certain dried fruits. Like I can detect apricots and stuff like that, but every once in a while you get this like dry fruit note, and it's like kind of bland, not as sweet. And I'm like, it's kind of like a raisin, but it's also a little bit more tart, maybe like a dried cherry.
Yeah, okay.
Or something almost. But
makes sense.
This is really good. I'm gonna have to get more of these.
Yeah.
I had a hard time tracking them down. I think now, maybe I was just a little too lazy, but I couldn't find any.
Sure.
At one point, so my good friend Paulie sent me this.
Our good friend Holly O'Pollerin.
Holly O'Pollerin.
Paulie doesn't know it, but I call him Holly O'Pollerin.
We're gonna have an 8x10 of this gentleman.
Send us your 8x10, Paulie. We want your beautiful mug. Right on our background.
The worst part is before he even packed the box up, I was like, I want that 8x10, and I was dead serious about it. And I got this big box, and I was like, fuck
yeah,
yeah,
it is.
The 8x10's in here, and it wasn't there. So Paulie's letting us down, but typical.
Make it a picture of you dressed as Santa for our Christmas episode.
That's what we need. He needs to grow the beard back out for Christmas.
He
for
does.
Us. Come here, he can be our Christmas Santa. Paulie, if you want to be on an episode, come down to Virginia around Christmas time. Be in our Christmas episode, dressed as Santa. We'll have you in. We'll provide the cigars. We'll provide the drink. We'll even take you to the restaurant that has bomb-ass sweet potato fries.
Yes.
Come see us.
Well, we won't pay.
At least I won't.
Me neither.
Paulie's got our check.
All right. So, he's Santa. He should. All right. So we're going to cruise through. Let's cruise through this news real quick because we're probably running way over already.
Thanksgiving extravaganza.
Thanksgiving extravaganza, baby. So, we touched on this briefly, but I want to reiterate it because it is some two things near and dear to our heart, which is Fratello and Tobaccology, the tobacco shop in Haymarket and Manassas, Virginia. They added the Navetta Inverso Churchill. And so Brett at Tobaccology and Omar from Fratello have gotten together to offer this exclusive at Brett's shops, and you can get a box of 5 Navetta Churchills and then 5 Navetta Inverso Churchills.
Super clever the way they did that.
Yeah,
I really like it.
The cool thing about this is that it's a specific Vitola to Tobaccology only, which is a 7x50. And looks like I'm reading this from Half Wheel, priced at like $11.50, $12 a stick, somewhere in there.
Very fair. For the experience you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because we already talked about the tobaccos being reversed between the two.
Yep.
Not only are you supporting a small shop, not only are you supporting Fratello, you're also getting the experience of being able, you can sit down easily, smoke one cigar and then smoke the other. Just the experience alone. $11.50 is a good price point in my opinion for that.
Yeah. And this is cool too. So Omar had a little quote in here that said, "Working with Brett, who's the owner of Tobaccology, is always an experience."
I read that. I read that exact same one in our original one.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you can still read it, but
yeah, we'll read it again. It says, "We are both fanatics of the Churchill Vitola and also feel it needs to make a comeback." And then they started the hashtag Bring Back Churchill.
Which I agree. I feel like that is a size you don't see too often.
Yeah.
I
mean,
never really thought about it until they came out with this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you don't really see Churchill as often as you did.
No, and to me, it's just, with it being 7 by 50, to me, it's just kind of hard to sit down and smoke a whole Churchill to have that time. For me, like usually it's a longer smoke, but definitely a great Vitola.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And 50 ring gauge is right in my wheelhouse. So
yeah,
only 2,500 of those cigars are made. So again, shout out to Tobaccology. We always have their link in our description. Shout out to Brett. He's an awesome dude.
Be on the lookout. I do believe those are going to be released tomorrow. Posted up for sale, if I'm correct.
Just talked to Brett today to get a little something going for my Secret Santas this year.
Oh yeah, interesting. I'm your Secret Santa at work.
That you are, buddy.
Yeah, it goes a little over my limit, but I believe that I'm worth it.
Next topic. Jasum Kral or Yasum Kral. Yas or Jas?
It's Yas.
Yas.
Yasum Kral.
Yasum Kral, who we have featured on this before. Shout out Risty. He sent us some of these tyrannical bucks that Joey was just flashing up there. And this actually has to do with a tyrannical buck. They announced a tyrannical buck Habano exclusive. I am so freaking excited to get my hands on this.
Cigar Federation. Store.cigarfederation.com, by the way.
And it's offered in the Toro Extra, which is a 6.5 by 50. Again, only limited to 2,500, just like the Churchill Nevada and Nevada Inverso. They're sold in 5-packs for $49.95.
Such a good price.
Yeah.
These, I may have said it when we first had our episode about JSK, and we had the Tyrannical Buck Generosos. They are an underpriced cigar, in my opinion. Like, look, I'm not.
Don't tell him that.
I'm not.
Because I don't want him to
I'm
raise
not
the
advocating
price.
that I want to spend more, but I'm saying, dude, I mean, these.
It tastes like a $15 cigar to me.
Yeah,
it really does.
I agree.
Tastes like a $15 cigar. The Maduro is. We've talked about it at end. It's just such a good goddamn cigar.
I mean, honestly, every time I open up my wine door to pick out a cigar, I'm always, my eyes always leer to the Tyrannical Bucks. I mean, I've been bringing this one for a while now. I've been wanting to smoke it, and we just never get time to. But I have several of the Tyrannical Bucks. But every time, it doesn't matter. Even if I know exactly what I want to smoke, I will still pick one up and just smell it. Probably the best smelling cigar.
Yeah,
probably almost ever.
It really is.
So good.
When I was at Casa Monte Cristo, like I said over the weekend, I brought one of my friends a Tyrannical Buck Maduro to smoke. He's new to cigars, and it like just opened his whole world up to this new just appreciation and love for cigars, like almost right off the bat.
Yeah.
He's kind of never had that cigar that really like, you have that one that's just like, holy crap, this is amazing. I have to smoke more of this.
Right.
And he definitely had that experience with the Tyrannical Buck.
Well, dude, I would say that every once in a while too, you have cigars that kind of rejuvenate your passion for the cigar industry.
Yeah.
The Generosos that we smoked absolutely did it for me.
I think we both had that experience when we smoked them. Such a shame we lost some of the video for that podcast, but I think it was our second episode.
Probably one of our best too.
Yeah. And second or third episode, I think. And
but we owe Risty some more exposure anyway, so we're gonna do another episode.
And we're definitely gonna probably do an individual review, especially if we can get our hands on these Habanos.
Yes.
So yeah, please guys, we're not just blowing smoke up your ass. Fantastic cigar. Definitely one of our top cigars for this year.
Yeah.
Can't say enough good things about those.
100%.
So check those out. And then real quick, just some other stuff. We've talked about the Coalición before, the Crowned Heads Drew Estate collaboration. That is finally shipping now.
Yes.
Haven't got a chance to try it yet, but they got some different Vitolas. Looks like something pretty much for everybody, and we're just really excited about that because it's two of our favorite brands coming together and collabing. So check that out. I've seen them on a couple retailers already.
Yeah, me too.
I think they're pretty easy to come by.
You pretty much have all the news, but before I forget to even go over this, I'm sure everybody else is probably already in the loop on this. Look at this fucking thing. That is tight ash. Kyle Gellis of Warped Cigars has been doing some amazing things. He has Blue Monster wine, which I've had a bottle before, and it was really good. He's been venturing into pipe tobacco with who I personally believe to be the kings of pipe tobacco, and that's Cornell and Deal. And they released The Haunting. I believe it was probably last month that came out. It was out of stock real quick. I think they had like 2010s of that or something like that. And they sold out within the same day, but probably within hours, I believe. So I wasn't able to get my hands on that. I do have some connections to get some more, but they teamed up again to release 2 new pipe tobacco blends. One is called the Cloud Hopper. And if you love the Cloud Hopper cigar that Kyle and his brother Devin put out, this pipe tobacco is probably going to be right up your alley. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Really want to try that.
And then they also have the King Stride 2-ounce tins as well. And from what I read and understand, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows, I didn't get much of a chance to read it, but these 2 blends aren't going to be super limited like the Haunting. They're supposed to be like more, hang around blends, which would be great. I think that if Kyle kind of dips his toes into the water and then just jumps in full force, I think he can take off because I mean, this shit's phenomenal. I really like it. And I think cigar smokers that are trying to make the transition into pipes, I think that's a good starting point.
Yeah, and we've talked about kind of introducing some pipe tobacco onto our channel, whether it be through just like having comparisons of pipe tobacco and cigars, or maybe even just doing some reviews of some pipe tobaccos as well. So look forward to that in the future. We just right now, both of us are kind of like we don't have a lot of the stuff we need for pipe smoking, like and we've kind of thrown it on the back burner to get some other stuff to the forefront.
I actually was pretty big into it, and then I kind of got out of it for a little bit. But
yeah, and I've smoked it here and there, but never was like a big pipe tobacco fan. I always much preferred cigars.
Same.
But I just don't think I ever smoked the right pipe tobacco. Most of it was like behind the CVS counter or something like that. You know what I mean? Like some fucking bugle or something.
Little Captain Black chair.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. So look forward to that. If you guys have any suggestions or, want to see something as far as the pipe world is concerned, then we're definitely open to that. So yeah, that kind of wraps up our news segment.
Yes, I believe so.
Talked about the news. And so yeah, we just kind of want to wrap this up with talking about Thanksgiving again, because we're so passionate about our foods.
What's something you're thankful for?
Oh man, I am thankful for these Monday night podcasts. Truthfully, I am.
Me too.
I think it's something that we both look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We both shit on each other all week that we're always like, you're not gonna show up, you're not gonna drop out, whatever. And we both
just keep going.
We both damn well know that neither of us is gonna do that because we love sitting here and just smoking a cigar and talking to it. We don't really care if 30 people watch a week or 300 people watch a week. Doesn't matter to us. We just enjoy this. So
it's about the passion.
So yeah, man, I'm thankful that we get together every Monday and we get to smoke a cigar and we get to talk about the shit that we love. Because other than that, we got to do a bunch of horse shit that we don't really like to do.
Yeah.
Just so we can make it to this moment.
Right, for sure. So
I'll go for that. What about you?
Actually, I was going to say the same thing. Just getting to not only, I mean, we spend plenty of time together. I mean, we work in the same office. We've talked about that before. So we see each other literally every single day. But there's something unique about our Mondays, because we'll sit here and we'll talk about cigars back and forth, but nothing really catches our attention like the podcast, so we don't ever really get to spend an hour plus just sitting here and talking about it. And then like just our passion just bouncing back and forth. It's just it's exciting. It's something I look forward to every week.
It is, and we've always talked about doing something either like this or we've had other topics before or ideas, and this is the first one we really sat down and we were like, we can commit to this because we both.
Well, we were going to do that NBA podcast, but then the Knicks fell flat on their face again. So
exactly,
we're not doing an NBA podcast till the Knicks get good.
Exactly. So yeah, man. Well, I appreciate it. Let's cheers to that.
Let's cheers.
Have a kick-ass cheers.
Here, I'll do the cream soda since it's can on can. God. Cream soda is so fucking good.
It's good. All right, so well that being said, we'll kind of wrap up here then with just talking about our Roma cigars and what Thanksgiving dish would you pair the Baca with specifically?
Specifically, I mean, it's not like super savory. So I feel like it can go with whatever. It's got some sweetness to it, but it's also not like a sugar bomb like some other cigars, But it is for me on the sweeter side, so I'd say I would probably balance it out with something a little bit more savory. So probably, damn, yeah, it's a tougher a tougher question than you think.
Yeah. I mean, I have mine locked in. You want me to?
Yeah, go.
So for me, sometimes you say we'll pair it with the opposite, but I'm not necessarily thinking that with this. This to me, with just like the rich tobacco flavor I get, is like a meat and potatoes cigar for me. So I would pair this specifically with turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes. Turkey, gravy, and mashed potatoes with this cigar would be perfect.
Yeah.
And then having some of the other dishes like the stuffing and cranberry sauce would obviously kind of counterbalance it. But if I had to just pick like a cut, like, maybe 1-2 dishes, I'd have the turkey and the mashed potatoes. And if I could throw some gravy on top of it, I think it would just complement this kind of hearty, rich cigar.
Yeah.
Perfectly. So that's where I'm going with it.
I think that I'm going to almost take the same route. Like, I think turkey would really go with this because it does have some sweet nuances to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also say like maybe eat turkey and then give it like a few minutes and then eat like a piece of that chocolate bourbon pecan pie I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And then just the sweetness of that and then having the cigar right after would just be phenomenal.
Kind of the bridge between those two.
Yeah, for sure.
I could dig it. So there it is. Our
Thanksgiving episode.
Our Thanksgiving pairings. Our in and out side dishes, as always, our cigar news. Tell them where they can find us, Joey.
You can find us located in, you mean our house addresses?
No.
You can find us on Instagram at Team Kickin Ash or search Kickin Ash and you'll see the goofy donkey smoking a cigar. And you can also find us. We created a Facebook page that we're trying to do a little bit more with, but right now most of our activities on Instagram. But go to Facebook, look up Kickin Ash Cigar Podcast, and like that page as well. We're going to be posting some of our content on there as well, so we can share on the world of Facebook. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Kickin Ash. And then we also have been posting these on Spotify as well. So if you just want to listen to it on your way to work or whatever, without seeing our ugly mugs, you can do that. But that's where we are.
Yep. So how many Kick-Ash donkeys out of 5 are you giving the Roma Baca, not tobacco. Roma Baca.
Well, it's Roma Craft Tobacco.
Roma Craft Tobacco.
But this is the cigar is called Baca.
Yeah,
so the Roma Baca.
It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't fuck a name up.
It's true. Honestly, 4.5. Perfect draw. The construction's killer. Burns wonky, but again, don't chalk that up to the cigar. That's just because the conditions in here. But 4.5.
Awesome. Solid score.
Yeah.
For me, Aquitaine, 4.8. Construction's amazing. Draw's perfect. Flavors are really good. Not actually a flavor I would typically find myself smoking, but really enjoying this one particularly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going 4.8.
That's a good score.
Great cigar. I would really like to pick up some more of these, which I probably will.
That's a good score.
All right. Well, with that being said, have a kick-ass day.
I like how we always point, and I'm always like,
go, 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 go.